y'all wake up, man. It's cold to barber. So we gonna talk about this tax thing real briefly. So I got called a snitch by one of the barbers in the barber group. In this post, it's something I wrote on Twitter. It said, barbers shouldn't call themselves entrepreneurs if you're not filing taxes. It's that very thinking that keep a lot of barbers from growing in business. What happens when a barber starts to cut hair, you got a little clientele, you making a little money, you go around telling everybody that, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. There's a difference between an entrepreneur and a barber. You can go to school, get your license to cut hair, set up shop anywhere and cut hair. You can set up shop in your garage and cut hair. So you just pay your bills at your house. You gotta pay that anyway. Everybody gotta pay where they live. You understand? Whether you got a job or not. If you living somewhere, they expecting you to pay or you gonna be put out. You can start cutting hair out of your garage. That does not make you an entrepreneur. It makes you a barber, but you're not an entrepreneur. You really have no risk, no liability. You understand? An entrepreneur is a person that's solely responsible for their business. You the chief executive officer, you the manager, you know, you the marketing firm, you everything. You understand? In the beginning. And if you do have people in those places, you pay them, right? Because the liability, the responsibility, and all of that is at that person's expense, which is the entrepreneur. So if you're not filing taxes, then no, you are not an entrepreneur. You are just a barber. You are not in the business. You understand? And this ain't to downplay people who ain't got their license or who, don't own a barber brand or whatever, because that's not some people's goal. But don't get pissed off or don't get in your feelings when you find out that you're not an entrepreneur. Okay, you're an entrepreneur. What are you liable for, right? What business is running at your expense, right? That you have control of, and that if it falls, you take the financial hit for it. You got to understand something. If you're cutting inside of somebody's shop, you are not an entrepreneur. You file taxes as a barber. What you're doing is you're recognizing your business as making money. You don't have no liability. You don't have no responsibility. You know, you're not paying to keep your business open every month. You're not paying for gas to get back and forth, or if you're doing mobile cuts or whatever. You know, you're not paying for supplies on a monthly basis, right? You're not paying to update your business periodically, right? Add things to it. You know, if you're not paying for marketing and ads and all of that, you're not paying for video and content and none of that. You're not paying for anything, let alone not paying taxes. You are not an entrepreneur. You can take it how you want to take it. I was told by an elder barber one time to not file taxes. You're limiting yourself, right? I get it. Everybody wants this tax-free money. And there's all type of loopholes to tax. You understand? Go talk to a CPA for those loopholes. If you want access to credit, you got to show proof of income. And I'm talking business credit. You understand? Even if you go get a personal credit card, you got to type in your income. And it's not verified, so you can put any number in there. They're going to start you off with a little bit ass credit card. And if you ain't really making that money, you're not going to be able to maintain it anyway, and you're going to fall off. You understand? You're denying yourself access to real estate. If you want to go get you a place to live, so you won't have to live with nobody because you don't have proof of your income, trying to dodge taxes, you deny yourself access to a place to live. You can go get you a nice home, man. You're a barber, you cut all this hair, you make all this money. Don't deny yourself access to a nice place to live, because they're gonna ask about your income, and they're gonna want your bank statements, of course, but they also gonna want your profit and loss statements from your taxes. If you do go file your taxes, like some barbers do, because they trying to just get this little money back, they're gonna say they make a whack amount, you know, so they can get all this money back, you know. And what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna go try to get a home, and they're gonna look at your profit and loss statements, and since you wrote all this stuff off, you know, it made your business look like it just lost all this money, and you wrote all this stuff off, and you getting all these taxes back. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna qualify in a very, very low bracket of homes, or you're not gonna qualify at all, to where you ain't even gonna want it. You understand? You're gonna be living in some shack. But hey, if you wanna live in a shack, it is what it is. But you this big barber, you cut all his hair and all of that, file the taxes, pay the taxes. An entrepreneur knows, put some money aside so you can be able to pay your taxes, because that's what entrepreneurs do, because they're responsible. You understand? They take the risk, and that's what entrepreneurs do. They take risk. You're denying yourself access to business credit. The business credit gonna want to check your business's income. If I file taxes under my LLC, because I made my barber brand and my barber business a company or a corporation, and I got an LLC for it, and I filed taxes. Now my business is recognized of making this much money. This is the revenue of my business. So when you go to get funding to upgrade your business or open a new spot or whatever, you'll get access to the funding that you can afford by what your business made. You deny yourself access to that if you ain't filing taxes. You deny yourself access to apps that help you book, right? Apps that help the payment process easy for the client. And the easier the payment process, the better the customer's experience. How much does that matter to you? But see, an entrepreneur think about all this. You understand? If you going around thinking barbers that's telling you to file taxes is snitching, you're sadly mistaken. If you only can take the clients that pay cash, how many clients do you have access to? How many clients gonna want to come to you? Because most people got debit cards, credit cards, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, right? They want to tap and go. And only 16% of payments are done with a debit card. So imagine how many are done with the with cash. Paper cash is becoming obsolete. See what I'm saying? But you want to dodge these apps. You want to dodge Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. You understand? PayPal. You want to dodge all these apps because you want to take all your cash home. For what? That's a clear sign that you burning cash as a barber. You're trying to dodge all these apps because you don't want to pay taxes because you want all of your cash. But you want all of your cash for what? What you gonna go buy? You understand? What you gonna go buy? That ain't gonna require you to have credit, which checks your income, which you need to file taxes for. You see what I'm saying? Get your mind right, man. So y'all tap in. I'll add the Patreon link so y'all can get some of this game. You're trying to build a business, you're trying to build a lucrative business, and be an entrepreneur and a barber. Tap in, man. Most importantly, wake y'all asses up.